The story does not begin with a throne or a crown. It begins with a heartbeat that quickened unexpectedly on a night when a shy young heir to the Russian Empire walked into the Mariinsky Theatre and felt his entire world tilt. Before politics, before revolution, before destiny hardened around him like frozen winter stone, there was love. A love so open, so warm, so intoxicating, that even time itself still carries its fragrance. Nicholas Alexandrovich Romanov, before he was Tsar Nicholas II, was a gentle soul trapped inside an imperial cage. Reserved, soft-spoken, kind, and painfully shy. The world expected him to rule millions, but he was still learning how to carry his own emotions. And then she arrived in his life like a burst of light across a quiet lake. Mathilde Kschessinska, the Prima Ballerina of Russia, a woman whose beauty was not merely seen, it was felt. The moment Nicholas saw her glide across the stage, wearing the shimmer of 1,000 crystals under the chandeliers, he forgot he was an heir. He forgot the rules. He forgot the empire. There was only her, the way her body moved with effortless grace, the way her eyes flickered like candlelight, the way she seemed to dance not on the stage, but directly onto his heart. He watched her with a gaze that betrayed everything he had never said aloud, and Mathilde felt it. Even from the stage, she felt the intensity in his eyes, the softness in his admiration. She felt the birth of something dangerous, beautiful, and completely real. After the performance, he asked to meet her. His voice trembled when he spoke her name. Hers softened when she answered him. That first conversation lasted only minutes, yet both of them walked away with a secret that neither dared to say aloud. I want more. And more, they found. Their private meetings began in gilded rooms, behind velvet curtains, in spaces where the world couldn't see them. At first, it was Nicholas who hesitated. He was unused to expressing emotion, unused to chasing someone, unused to wanting something just for himself. But Mathilde, bold, confident, utterly alive, taught him how to step forward. She touched his hand one evening, ever so gently, and he felt the warmth rush through him, a flame that had waited too long to be lit. That night became the night everything changed. Nicholas fell in love with her openly, fully, without reserve. He wrote her letters where his heart poured out in trembling confessions. He told her she made him feel human in a world that forced him to be perfect. He confessed that he thought of her before he slept, and the moment he woke up, he admitted, finally, that he loved her. And Mathilde, she did not hide behind modesty. She loved him back with passion, with fire, with the certainty of a woman who knew the power of her own heart. She kissed him without fear. She held him without hesitation. She looked at him, not as a future czar, but as a man she desired deeply, truly. Their love was not a quiet whisper anymore. It was physical, emotional, consuming. They spent evenings together, wrapped in each other's warmth, speaking in soft tones, sharing secrets pressed close between them. Nicholas learned to laugh more with her. He learned to breathe more freely. He learned the sweetness of belonging. Mathilde often placed her head on his chest just to listen to the steady thump of his heart, whispering that it was the only rhythm in the empire she cared about. In those moments, Nicholas believed he could defy the world. He imagined a life with her, a future shaped not by duty, but by desire. He imagined waking up beside her every morning, holding her hand without hiding it, loving her without fear. He imagined giving her everything: his loyalty, his commitment, his heart. And Mathilde, lost in the intensity of their love, dared to believe that she could be his forever. But the empire was watching. The Romanov family was listening, and whispers about their love were starting to spread across St. Petersburg like wildfire. Some aristocrats mocked it, some envied it, some feared it, but all recognized one thing: the heir to the greatest empire on earth was hopelessly, openly, dangerously in love with a ballerina. The imperial court stepped in ruthlessly. They reminded Nicholas that love had no place in a dynasty built on duty. They reminded him that he was not simply a man, he was the future of Russia. They reminded him that an empress must be royal, noble, untainted by scandal. And Mathilde, beautiful, brilliant Mathilde, was none of those things in their eyes. Nicholas resisted at first. He pushed back quietly, then firmly. He told his parents he loved her. He told them she made him happy. He told them he didn't want to give her up. But tradition is a heavy chain, and one man's heart could not break its hold. Mathilde felt the change before he could speak it. One evening, when he arrived to meet her, she looked into his eyes and saw the conflict he had tried to hide. She pressed her hand to his cheek, urging him to speak truthfully, and with a voice weighted by sorrow, he told her that the empire was choosing for him, that he was being pushed toward a marriage with Princess Alix of Hesse, that he had no power to resist. And Mathilde, so strong, so passionate, could not stop the tears that slipped down her face. She held him tightly that night, clinging to the warmth she feared would soon be taken from her. Nicholas kissed her with desperation, with heartbreak, with the helpless agony of a man losing the one thing he truly wanted. He whispered that he loved her. She whispered that she loved him more. And for hours, they stayed intertwined, refusing to let go, refusing to surrender to a future neither had chosen. But morning came, and with it, reality. Nicholas married Alexandra, and Mathilde watched the ceremony from far away, her heart breaking silently. Yet she did not collapse. She did not vanish. She remained powerful, desired, admired. She rebuilt herself with grace, but she never forgot him. Years passed. The empire trembled, revolution rose, and Nicholas faced a fate darker than he ever imagined. But even in the coldest nights of his final years, there were moments when he thought of her, the woman who had once held his heart in her hands, openly, passionately, fearlessly. As for Mathilde, she survived the fall of the Romanovs, fled Russia, and began anew in France. She lived long, long after Nicholas was gone, but she carried him inside her like a locked jewel box, one she never opened in public, but never truly closed in private. Those who met her in her later years said that sometimes, when she was alone and silent, her eyes softened with the kind of nostalgia only true love can leave behind. She once said, quietly, "Some loves do not end. They simply stop being spoken of." Their love did not belong to thrones, or laws, or dynasties. It belonged to two hearts that collided too soon, and were torn apart too early. But it was real. It was open. It was unforgettable. And in the story of Tsar Nicholas II, buried beneath the weight of revolution and tragedy, lives the most delicate truth of all, that before the world claimed him, he belonged completely, passionately, unashamedly to Mathilde Kschessinska. A love that whispered, a love that burned, a love that lived, even after everything else died.